ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಸೀನರಾಗಿರುವ ಗಣ್ಯರಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಸಭಿಕರಿಗೆ ನನ್ನ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. ಫೋಟೋ ಜರ್ನಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರಿನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪದಾಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಇಂದಿನ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಲು ಒಂದು ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ. ಅವತ್ತು ನಾನು ಕಳೆದಾಗ ಕೇಳಿದೆ ಯಾವ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕು, ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲ ಅಥವಾ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಸಭಿಕರಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದರಿಂದ ನಾನು ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡೆ. ಸೊ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ವಿಚ್ ಟು ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ for the benefit of all of you who don't follow Kannada. It's in fact my pleasure and privilege to be addressing all of you this morning on the World Photography Day. And on this occasion I would like to wish all the veteran photographers, the current lot of professional photographers active in Bangalore, and many of you may be budding photographers or photojournalists, a very happy and prosperous and eventful World Photography Day. I was actually wondering what I should speak to an audience, and looking at the audience today, it makes my job even more difficult, because as you can see, there are a set of photojournalists who are extremely senior veteran photojournalists here, and some of whom from whom I have actually been inspired and learned some parts of photography. I've been watching their photography growing up. People like Hafiz and Sarangapani and others. And then there are current lot of photographers who are here, the professional photojournalists who are working actively today, and of course a whole lot of young budding journalists, some of whom may well become bright photographers and photojournalists in the future. So it's a huge canvas to cover, a span of probably 3 or 4 generations that's present here who I have to talk to. So it makes my job that much more challenging and difficult. Anyway, I'd just like to start with the fact that Ayesha mentioned a little while ago as to how she got the news from a photographer. So one thing you must, I think very clearly at the outset I'd like to lay out is a photojournalist's job is much, much more difficult than a writer or a reporter's job. Simply because there is no alternative but to be at the site of action, whether it's a sports event, whether it's a disaster, or whether it's whatever it might be. And I'm not trying to degrade the journalist, but Ayesha got the news which she could flash from a photojournalist who happened to actually go to the venue and come back. So it makes her life that much easier, but then a photojournalist's job that much more difficult. And there are a number of examples to say that. To understand the relevance and the importance of photojournalism or a photograph, let's start by just doing a small exercise. If you just close your eyes and think of an image of a very important, what you consider important or significant event that you remember, maybe 10 years ago, 5 years ago, some of you 20, 30, 40 years ago, and bring up that image in your mind. It could be a tragic affair, Bhopal gas tragedy, for example. It could be something like the tsunami in 84 or 2004, sorry. Or it could be an iconic sporting event, a wicket or a catch or anything like that. And after a minute or so, or less than that, if you open your eyes, you will realize that what you experienced through an example of photojournalism is the ability of a single frame or a couple of frames that actually transport you into history and bring alive that moment which you just thought about. It takes you back into that history. It makes you feel either empathy, sympathy, or it makes you feel the thrill, depending on what kind of event you remembered and pictured, and it makes you care maybe. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the power of photojournalism, the power of photography, and specifically the power of photojournalism, which is of course an integral part of photography. I started my career, I wouldn't call it a career, I call myself a privileged part-time photographer. That's what I am. I'm not as a professional like many of the other, many of you who are sitting here. And so I began my photography journey, I would say my journey in photography, or to some extent photojournalism, when I was in my college days, like some of the young people who are sitting right in front of us. And it was a different world then. Maybe I will bring memories back to some of the seniors who are here. We started with mechanical cameras, hardly electronic, but they had a battery inside them which used to run the meter. Beyond that, it was all mechanical. With film and chemicals and paper, and it was a different world, which has quite disappeared now. And it was a different world from both points of view. It was an art and a science, a lot of science. The science part has gone into the background now. It's become more electronics, but the chemistry and the physics that was there was an integral part of photography. And it didn't end with taking a picture, like it mostly does nowadays. Nowadays you take a picture and you just send it off to wherever it has to go, whether you do a reel and put it on Instagram, or take a picture and send it back to your office. That's the end of the story. So it had much more involvement from a photographer. It had much more effort from a photographer, because there was a whole lot of things to do after you take the picture, which of course had its plus points and minus points. It was very creative, very satisfying, but much more hard work, and it used to take up a lot of time after you take the picture. Then of course, as of all of you know, I'm just recounting this because it has changed in many ways. Sometime in the 90s, the work with paper and prints disappeared, because you used to process the film and then used to scan the film, and that used to go on a computer. And much after that, even the film disappeared when it became completely electronic. But what is the result of all this, and how has it benefited, or how has it worked for photographers or photojournalists specifically? There are plus points and minus points as I look at it. One of the things that it does is it removes a lot of the work and the effort from the photographer and allows him or her to become more creative, to create better images, to think better, to relate to the incident better, and therefore can produce better images and better visual storytelling. Visual storytelling becomes that much more, hopefully becomes better. But then, the downside is that now, everybody's a photographer, and there is the crux of journalism, as you know, is telling the truth. And that takes a beating when there are efforts to create images, to morph images, to alter images in a very unethical manner. And so there are some of the dangers, verification and authenticity. How do you verify the authenticity of the image, or and that is required because of the abundance and the ease with which one can change and play around with photographs. And of course, it's getting more complex now with drones and AI. The point is, AI is again a double-edged sword. It can be a very useful tool, and I think I would emphasize that AI in photojournalism or in journalism should remain a tool and not something that takes over, or a journalist or a photojournalist depends on. He or she should be just using it as a tool to do better photography, to do better storytelling, and to convey that story to the consumer, the reader, or the person who's watching in a much better way. But there are things that haven't changed despite all this technological advancement over the last 2 or 3 decades. And I think one of the most important things is that I just mentioned, journalism is all about telling the truth and giving the picture of what exactly happened and how it happened, and providing context. So the commitment to the truth hasn't changed one bit. The need for context hasn't changed, and I think that's very important. And also, of course, most importantly, empathy for the people and the communities that you are covering and you are capturing. The courage to be there sometimes is it's very difficult, the circumstances, So you need the courage and the effort to be at the right place and be sensitive to the feelings and the difficulties that people are facing in that area. And again, what hasn't changed is the fundamentals of photography. The point is, I think, regardless of what technology you use, you need to master the fundamentals. You need to learn light, composition, and timing. And in photojournalism, of course, timing is of really prime importance. And this it doesn't matter whether you're using a DSLR or a smartphone or a drone or whatever technology or the equipment that you use. Learning light, composition, and timing is an essential. And more importantly, I think I'm addressing most of these things to our young audience because I thought that's more relevant, and that's what some of the office bearers of the association asked me to do. So the other most important thing that you should remember is in photojournalism, you should be a journalist first, and a photographer second. I think that's most important. What photography you do should be led by your journalism. That's more important. Because that's what separates or differentiates a photojournalist from any other photographer. So the journalism part is very important, and therefore you need to hold the ethics of journalism very, very close to your heart and keep that in mind. Don't lose sight of the ethics that are the important part of journalism. And it's more important again in today's world where you need to protect or take care of the truth, and in today's world of deep fakes and manipulated images, that's even more important. Because eventually your credibility is your greatest asset, and that's what we have practiced as an organization. We're very proud of that, and building that up has taken decades, and I think that will hold you, it'll do well for you in the long run, that you establish your credibility. It takes a long time, but that will be your greatest asset as a journalist, as a photojournalist. And as I said, AI is a tool, so you need to embrace AI, but I think you should not be enslaved by it. AI is a tool. It should remain a tool to help you do the storytelling that you will want to do, to do the visual storytelling that you want to do. That's very important. And of course, needless to say that you need to develop your own style, your own eye, your own way of visualizing what you need to say and show, and create your own style. If you ask me, there are, like I said, the fundamentals, and what differentiates photographers of, let's say, the bygone era, like some of the seniors who are sitting here, and photographers that are budding and who are going to become photojournalists in the future. And this is, of course, impacted by the developments, by the technology. And you will need to learn, it will be essential to learn new skills. It could be software skills, it could be coding, it could be creating, doing videography along with photography, because most equipment now does both things. And they're technically and from the skill point of view are different, and therefore have to be learned separately. But I think that will be an essential part. There used to be, in the good old days, still photographers and videographers. I think that is not the truth anymore. Both those roles have merged into the same person. And much more than that, you have to create short videos, reels, slideshows, photo essays, whatever. Everything has to be done by the same person. All these were done by different people earlier. And I think these skills, the ability to take pictures, to take videos, to narrate, even to write for that matter, I think should be embedded in the same person, and that will make you a really successful photojournalist. Of course, there are many other technical things I could go on and on, but I think I'm standing between you and lunch, and that's quite a challenge. So I will not carry on for too long. I will just say that, of course, all the other parts of the journalism apply to this, the ethics, the integrity, and everything else. But I think what you should need to understand is your camera is just not a piece of equipment. It is a key that opens the door to to the truth and storytelling, visual storytelling. So I think you need to equip yourself with all these technologies, and I think most importantly, stay with the ethics, stay with the fundamentals of journalism and photojournalism that will never go out of fashion. It was different those days. Getting a camera, buying film, getting chemicals used to be all a challenge. And the very few privileged or people who took up this this profession or this, let's say, hobby for that matter, but like it was for me, would get a camera, and it would be great difficulty. It is not very easy at all. But in today's world, everybody has a camera in their pocket. But everybody will not be a photojournalist. They all have cameras in their pocket, but they're not going to become photojournalists. That's the difference. I think you should realize that difference. What will set you apart is your ability to tell true, compelling stories with skill, empathy, and integrity. And that is what the difference is between a photographer, who everybody is a photographer, and a photojournalist. With that, I think I will end my talk. I thank you for your attention, and thank the Photojournalists Association of Bangalore for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much.